Today we're going to talk about how to solve two-step equations. And as the name implies, it's going to take two steps to solve for a variable. Now, when we solved one-step equations, our goal was to isolate our variable. Well, that goal is still the same in two-step equations. And the process is still the same. We're still going to try to isolate that variable on one side of the equal sign and move everything else to the other side by using inverse operations. Same process, just one extra step. So let's take a look at some problems. Our first problem we have here is x divided by 2 plus 5 equals 11. If you notice, we have a number that is, in this case, connected to our variable. We have another number that is not connected to our variable. You always want to move the number not connected to our variable first. So in this case, we are adding 5. So to get rid of that 5, to move it to the other side, we're going to subtract it, since subtracting is the inverse of it adding. That leaves us with x divided by 2 equals 6. Now since we're dividing by 2 here, to get rid of the 2, we'll multiply, since multiplying is the inverse of dividing. And our answer is 12. If we want to check that, we could just plug 12 back into our original equation. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11, so that answer checks. Look at our second problem. We have 7x minus 4x equals 21. Now in this case, we have two terms with the same variable in it. When a situation like that arises, we're going to combine these two terms together. And we can do that because they're both x. So I have 7x minus 4x. We can treat that just like if we were taking 7 minus 4. So since 7 minus 4 is 3, 7x minus 3 or 4x is 3x. So now we have 3x equals 21. We want to still isolate x. To get rid of that 3, we can divide because we're multiplying right here. When we do that, we get x equals 7. Look at problem 3. We have some decimals in here. But again, don't be scared of a problem just because there's a decimal in it. The same rules apply. So I have 5.6 equals 1.1p plus 1.2. So again, we have two terms here. We're going to work with the one that does not have the variable in it, and which is, in this case, which is our 1.2. So since we're adding here, to get rid of the 1.2, we'll subtract. That leaves us with 4.4 equals 1.1p. To get rid of that 1.1, we're multiplying here, so we can just divide. And we get p equals 4 as our answer. Our last problem, we have 4w plus 2w equals 24. Again, another problem where we have variables in both of our terms. Again, we just want to combine these. So 4w plus 2w, we can treat that like 4 plus 2. Since 4 plus 2 is 6, 4w plus 2w is 6w. Now we get 6w equals 24. To get rid of this 6w, we can divide because we're multiplying right here. We want to do the opposite operation. We get w equals 4. So that's an introduction to two-step equations. Again, your goal is to isolate the variable and perform the inverse operation. It's just going to take an extra step than one-step equations.